Today's video is sponsored by Factor. More on that at the end of the video. So, we just got a brand new Legends information announced, and the weird thing is, it's not happening on Tuesday like it normally would. For some odd reason, the Legends information is happening on Wednesday. Now, personally speaking, it's bad for me because I'm actually going out of town starting on Wednesday, and I won't be back until the end of the week. So, when it comes down to like my reaction and all that stuff for that Legends information, it might be extremely late when I upload it, or it might not get uploaded at all because again, I'm going to be out of town. So I'm gonna try to get the content done as fast as I can, if it's even possible when I'm away from my setup. But that aside, the Legends information is happening on Wednesday. I believe it'll be Wednesday in my time zone. It'll be 7 a.m., which again, I'll already be out of town at that point. But the new banner is releasing on Friday. Now, I don't know if they're like compensating for maybe like the release of Dragon Ball Genshin Squadra, because that game releases on the 9th. But even if that's not the case, this is definitely very, very weird because again, we would usually have a Legends information on Tuesday and then Tuesday night on the, West Coast, or, Wednesday morning on the East Coast. That's when we would get the brand new unit. So I don't know what's going on with their scheduling for this week, but that's just how things are going to be. Now, what I will say is when it comes down to the brand new unit that we're going to be getting, it is already confirmed to be a brand new LF unit. And it's going to be an LF unit focused around GT, which I think is actually pretty cool. The thing is, I don't know like what they can really do when it comes down to LF units and GT anymore, or at least, well, okay, I have a few like characters in mind where they could make an LF off of that, but apart from that, there's not really much else, or at least as far as I, can remember. So if I were to, I guess, list some characters that I would like to see as LF units, right? One, personally speaking, I would much rather see as an Ultra unit, but I'll explain why them as an LF unit could still be pretty cool. Just knocking that one out first. It's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, again, I would love to see him as an Ultra unit because we just got Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as an Ultra unit. And out of the Super Saiyan 4s, or at least from GT specifically, Goku is the only character who doesn't have an Ultra unit. Because again, Vegeta is not only the latest GT unit to get an Ultra unit, but he's also the latest Ultra unit in general. So that makes sense. And then if we go back 1 year to the 6th anniversary, the Part 3 unit was Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So Goku is the only one that's missing. Now, I'm hoping that when we do get his Ultra unit, they go crazy with him, right? Like there's so many things that they can do with that, character to make him go crazy. But as of right now, seeing that we're getting a brand new GT unit, GT LF unit, Goku could be a safe option. Now, when it comes down to what he can do, we've kind of seen everything at this point, right? Like, I mean, even like outside of like LF units, right? We've seen times 10, we've seen Dragon Fist, like, we've seen this, we've seen that. I mean, heck, Goku already has technically 2 LF units, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku specifically, because he has obviously the yellow Zenkai unit, right, who has Dragon Fist, and then we have the tag unit, right, where he does times 10 alongside Vegeta, who does Final Shine. So it there is one move that it could be, and it is from a specific scenario that happened in Dragon Ball GT. Granted, this move has already been represented in Dragon Ball Legends, but not this version of it. I think that if we do get an LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's more than likely going to be using Dragon Fist again. But it'll be the Dragon Fist that he didn't use against Ice Shenron. It'll be the one that he used against Omega Shenron. Because I think that's the only iteration of Dragon Fist that hasn't been shown in this game yet. So, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, it's absolutely LF worthy in my opinion, right? And honestly, like, if they don't ever like do that one as an LF, then I think that when we do get an Ultra for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, that would be his ultimate attack. So like, we'll see what they do, but if we already get an LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT, then I think Dragon Fist, the one specifically that he used against Omega Shenron, would be the LF that we get for that unit. And I think that makes solid sense. But if we get away from Goku, there really is only one other character I can think of, because just remember, we already have an LF for Goku, right? We technically have an LF for Vegeta because, you know, the tag unit. We have an LF for Super Baby 2. We have an LF for, I believe, Sin Shenron. We have an LF for Super 17. Like, a lot of the big characters in GT have pretty much been covered. Or at least I'll say the big characters that are like, that warrant an LF, if you will, right? I'm sure that there's more that I just can't remember right now. But there is one character that, in all honesty, I would love to see them get an LF, because if I recall correctly, this move is not in Dragon Ball Legends at all. Honestly, I would like to see an LF Majub. Now, the reason is because Majub hasn't had a new sparking unit ever since he got a sparking unit, if I recall correctly. Actually, I think that Majub, and like, I know he has EX units, but in terms of sparking units, I think he does only have one. And it's the Majub that released with Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT, right? So, you know, the yellow Majub and then the blue Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT, who's now a Zenkai unit. So, I would actually like to see Majub get an LF unit, because there's a specific move that he hasn't done in the game yet, if I recall correctly, and that's Lightning Arrow. Now, if you guys don't remember, that's like one of the strongest moves that he used against Super Baby 2. And the fact that it has been represented in Dragon Ball Legends yet, honestly, is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly would like to see Lightning Arrow as an LF. I believe, personally, it's absolutely LF worthy. Now, whether or not they decide to make that happen or not is up in the air. We won't find out until Wednesday. Or I guess, no, yeah, because it said new character reveals on Wednesday. It's just so confusing with how they're going about this week. But we should be finding out on Wednesday, and then the release of the LF unit should be on Friday. But still, I would like to actually see that as an LF, like, you know, move. And also, just generally speaking, apart from like the EX units and all that stuff, Majub only has one sparking unit. So it would be kind of nice to actually have him get a brand new unit, right? And also, side note, right? Like, if they decide to do this, if we do get new EX units, bro, Goten GT. I don't know why he's not a unit in the game yet, bro. We have Bola as a character before Goten GT. We have Rage Shenron. Well, okay, that actually makes a bit more sense, but you guys get my point. I would like to see Goten GT in the game, whether he's a sparking unit or an EX. I don't care. Just add him to the game, right? But that aside, we could speculate on characters as much as we want, but I think one of the most important things would be element factor, right? Because again, as of right now, some of the strongest units in the game, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, like Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, that's already a red unit. And then you have Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, who's a yellow unit, and then Ultra Full Power Frieza, who's a green unit. But obviously, taking like, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza, you know, to the side for now, when it comes down to GT, that is a tag that needed every element factor replaced. Like, every single element factor replaced. So we already got a brand new red unit, so that's good. And in truth, I think green units for GT are fine for now, because that equipment that they gave the tag Super Saiyan 4s is crazy good. Like, there's been a massive resurgence of that unit in PvP as late, just from how good that equipment is. So in terms of a green unit, I think they're actually okay. Now, I don't know if they're really going to like delegate that to, okay, since we gave them such a strong piece of equipment, not only is green covered, but in technicality, yellow is covered, because obviously reverse green is effective against purple. Just regularly speaking, that would make them like a yellow unit of sorts, right? But I hope that they don't like think of it that way, and they actually do give us like a proper like premium sparking unit, because we did get the free-to-play you know, sparking hyper meta Rildo, but we could definitely get like a better unit than that, right? So if they do want to give us a new yellow unit, if they do want to give us a new purple unit, and if they do want to give us a new blue unit, we'll have to see like how they go about that. Personally speaking, with Super Saiyan Goku and Full Power Frieza like being out there, I think getting a purple unit for GT is relatively safe. because of the fact that they have a very strong red unit to back that team up, right? Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And from my own personal experience, I have steamrolled Ultra Super Saiyan Goku with Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Obviously, element factor advantage, like newer unit in the sense of release and all that stuff. So GT has a strong red unit to kind of keep that Goku, at bay. Now we need a purple unit to keep Frieza in check, right? Because yes, obviously Super Saiyan Goku would have an advantage against any purple unit because element factor advantage, but so long as you have a powerful red unit to keep that unit in check, you might be okay. So I don't know if that's what they'll do for, again, whether the elf unit is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Majub, or whatever the case may be, right? But all I want is for them to have like something to keep Frieza in check, so that way we can probably start seeing a bit of a shift when it comes down to the meta, because right now there's no powerful purple unit in the game that can keep Frieza in check, right? Cooler's not doing anything. Tien and Chaozu's not doing anything. Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta, like, the part 1 from 7th anniversary unit, he's not doing anything. Like, we need some purple unit to keep that unit in check, right? So that's kind of what I hope to see for GT, because if we get a blue unit, you know what I'm saying? And like, if we get another yellow unit, that's kind of like, okay, sure, but why yellow? So I don't know. But all in all, those are my thoughts on the matter. Again, I'm kind of just like talking about this to, one, give you guys an update about me going out of town, but also to kind of just flesh out my thoughts at the fact that we're getting all of this kind of in a weird way, right? Like, it's not like, again, we're getting the info like Tuesday, and then on Wednesday is when all the new content releases. No. And I was kind of hoping for that because, again, I'm going out of town. I do believe I should be back. I believe I'll be back by the time the new stuff drops. I'll have to go double check. But I was kind of hoping that we were going to get all of that on Wednesday and I could knock that out before I had to leave. But it is what it is, right? So Wednesday is when we're getting the Legends information, and Friday is when we're getting the brand new content. So it's going to be interesting, and I am curious to see who the brand new LF unit is going to be. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I get it. Living an active and healthy lifestyle isn't always easy, and cooking after work, kids, relationships, and more can feel overwhelming. Luckily, Factor gives you the flexibility to stay active without succumbing to a cheat meal when you're short on time. Just 2 minutes in the microwave and you're done. Now you're fueled with a meal that supports the lifestyle you're trying to keep up with. Oh, you want to know more? I got you. Enjoy more nutritious and balanced meal options tailored to a wider range of health goals so you can reach them with ease. Factor takes the guesswork out of eating smart for everyone, but especially if you're on a specific diet like GLP-1, thanks to their balanced meals. Or maybe you're in the mood for a different kind of cuisine. Well, you're in luck because Factor is adding more exciting flavors to the menu so you can enjoy nutritious meals without compromising on flavor. Factor is expanding the global cuisines range with the launch of new Asian and Mediterranean cuisine meals, with over 30 options for global cuisine meals now. Personally speaking, the one thing I can't stand is cooking after working out. I'm tired and I just want something quick and easy to eat. But thanks to Factor, I can just pop a meal into the microwave, and after a few minutes, I have a delicious meal ready to go. So what are you waiting for? Head over to factor75.com or click the link below and use code NDUKAUBAFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code NDUKAUBAFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. And thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring this video.